We got to understand here the educational program that you have to be able to figure out whether it will go on the right lines where the people will end up in a situation where they can be able to really control themselves. You understand what I'm saying? With no education, the people take this local foundation and start stealing money because they won't be really educated to why it's the people's thing anyway. You understand what I'm saying? With no education, you have neo-colonialism instead of colonialism, like you got in Africa 9, like you got in Haiti. So what we're talking about is there has to be educational program. That's very important. As a matter of fact, it's so important for us that a person has to go through 6 weeks of our political education before he can consider himself a member of the party, able to even run down ideology for the party. Why? Because if they don't have an education, then they're nowhere. You dig what I'm saying? They're nowhere because they don't even know why they're doing what they're doing. You might get people caught up in the emotionalist movement. You understand me? You might get them caught up in because they're poor and they want something. And then if they're not educated, they want more. And before you know it, they'll be capitalists. And before you know it, we'll have Negro imperialists.
This educational process is necessary, and it's the people that will cause the revolution, and it's the people that will cause the change in the country. It's simply the vanguard of the revolution, and we plan to teach the people the strategy and the necessary tools to liberate themselves.
Reform, as political definition, means to put or change into an improved form or condition, or to put an end to an evil by enforcing or introducing a better method or course of action. So essentially, it's not dismantling a system. It's not doing away with that system. But it is only trying to implement a better way based on morality. Whenever it sees an existing institution, whether political, etc., it's not going to try to replace it. It won't try to destroy it. Most reformists have a work view that whatever that negative thing is could work for them if only they appeal to it and change the morality. Reformism can and usually divulges into reactionary behavior. Reformist in itself is counter to the revolution. Reformism believes that it must take gradual changes to change the negativity, and that if you just wear it down and appeal to it, that whatever was meant for bad, that was oppressing, that was killing, regardless of ethnicity, how old, how young, they believe that they could change it. It doesn't seek to dismantle again. Listen to that. Rather than rid the evil, rather than take down the institution, rather than completely remove it off the face of the earth, it keeps it here. It's almost as if you go to the street and where drugs are being sold, rather than get rid of the drugs, you seek to find a more healthy means to use that drug that is harming the community. Without patience, we do not treat the people right. Without patience, revolutionary patience, we do not treat the people right. Without revolutionary patience, we don't teach the people right. without revolutionary patience, we will not be able to transfer any positive, enriching qualities that will aid the character of our people. The process of becoming a new man or a new woman, however you got to this point in your life, did not happen on an individualist basis, nor did it happen with somebody trying to make it happen in the instant. They had to have revolutionary patience when they planted or thrown the seeds or thrown the jewels to you. And in order for you to stick this through, you must have revolutionary patience for that seed to blossom. You must have revolutionary patience for that jewel to be polished, to be cut, fashioned, and shaped into the beauty that it will come through the process. Revolutionary patience is more than just empty words. It is more than soothsayings. It is in how you treat people. It's how you talk to them. It's what you say to them to uplift them, to aid to their advancement in life. It is letting them know that despite the downtrodden, heartbroken, the filth out here, the sadness, that still we will win. We'll overcome it. And we will advance. The slogan that says, "I am a revolutionary," that in itself is revolutionary patience. It's showing a form of revolutionary patience. Because when it comes to revolution, putting it into the mind of the people, bringing it and speaking it and showing it, the steps, this process, this science to the people, it must first be done in self, as you are your own case study. Revolutionary solidarity. As we know, again, revolution is the changing of a paradigm. Progressive, complete, constructive change, and solidarity. Solidarity is a word that has been abused. Solidarity has been used for just saying to unite, to come together. When we look at the definition, solidarity is unity as of a group or a class that produces or is based on community of interests, objectives, and standards. This means that revolutionary solidarity must have a goal culture. When it has work, the work is also a collective work and a shared responsibility. Revolutionary solidarity is being aware of the desired end result of the initiative. It's being aware on the discipline and the standards that must be kept. so that the group goal mission and its objectives are completed. This revolutionary solidarity is a coming together on a specific task. Finding what commonalities these groups, these persons share. Seeing how they could unify and amalgamate the task, and how these tasks that they're working to complete form a bigger mission, getting the job done. Revolutionary solidarity still combats liberalism. It understands that any individualistic and high superior attitudes of oneself jeopardizes the discipline and the standards, jeopardizes the mission. This revolutionary solidarity seeks to overturn, dismantle, systems that seek to oppress, that seeks to imbalance the equality. Revolutionary solidarity serves the interest of people as a group, as a whole, and not on individualistic basis. Revolutionary solidarity is the collectivity of persons understanding that the task is greater than their own individual desires. They understand that they need each other to see the mission through. They need each other to remain independent, to build the infrastructure and to complete the mission while continually building something more better for the generations to come. Revolutionary solidarity is the banding together to create a better world, a new world, a new people. Revolutionary solidarity is not based on reform. It is not based on keeping the old way and using the old way and making good in something that is going to destroy us. Revolutionary solidarity doesn't believe that fascism and capitalism and individualism can be used as a means of good. Revolutionary solidarity doesn't believe that if there's a knife in your back, 8 inches deep, 6 inches deep, 4 inches deep. It doesn't believe that if you just pull it out a couple every 2 inches, that the mission's done. It believes in getting the knife out. Revolutionary solidarity doesn't believe that if boots are on our neck, as long as one boot is off our neck than it was before, that we're all right. Revolutionary solidarity is a people's thing. And the people's thing believe that until it is fully removed, until the trouble is fully thrown away, that the mission is not complete. Revolutionary solidarity believes no person left behind, and no person shall go without their ends being met. And again, revolutionary solidarity is the grouping of people coming together to fulfill a role, to fulfill a task, to fulfill the goal. Vanguard usually means something that is somewhat look elite or the first line of defense. But this doesn't mean something that's just out in the open. This doesn't mean an elitist force that is grandiose, that is acting as though it is superior or above any and every one. This Vanguard Party is one that has ideas, ideals, and these ideals are placed into practice. Not just any ideals, they're thoroughly looked over of its contradictions. The Vanguard Party is the most advanced class consciousness in the community. Training, educating, developing cadres, training people to move in amongst the masses of the classes in the community, to teach them and aid them and see what their needs are, ask them what their needs are, develop something to serve the people's needs. Furthermore, as it goes to servicing the people's needs, it also lets the people know that they have capability. They have the means to control and develop their own operations, to develop their own work, and to share the responsibility. The Vanguard Party is not one that goes into another area and demands that everyone answer to them, roll out the red carpet for them. The Vanguard Party understands that you must build a strong people so that they do not need leaders to guide them or direct them, but they become leaders. Vanguard Party makes leaders, not followers. Furthermore, when we look at examples of Vanguard parties, or when we think of examples, there's been many that have claimed to do Vanguard work, but the work is not revolutionary. The Vanguard does not seek means of reform. Kwame Ture says that when you look at revolution and you look at reform, reform seeks to influence a power and have a say-so in an oppressive power. Revolution, on the other hand, seeks to assert power from that which is moving against it, and as it takes that power that it has taken, it uses that power to empower self. As we look more so on the definition of Vanguard Party given to us in the tenets of New African Revolutionary Nationalism, the Vanguard Party is the most advanced segment of national class consciousness of a people, capable of leading the people in the struggle or overthrow of oppressive, exploitative relationships and the building of national independence, self-determination, and socialism. The Vanguard Party is an expression of the people's will to keep constant contact with the people in order to learn from the people and apply the principle from the people back to the people. Now, that in itself is talking about a transfer of a culture. That in itself is also talking about a gold culture. When we see the Vanguard is able to influence the movement. It's able to influence those who are walking into a revolutionary consciousness. And it's able to wake up and influence those who have yet to walk into a revolutionary consciousness. The Vanguard is the one that's moved against. It is the most potent core that must be secured, must be protected. It must not have any flaws. And if any flaw is to show, the contradictions, the critical analysis must be thorough. When we see Vanguard parties, we look into the past and we look at RAM, the Revolutionary Action Movement. When we see the history, do the Act of Sankofa, historical dialectics, we understand them being children of Malcolm. Well, not even children of Malcolm. Malcolm was in RAM. RAM was the underground vanguard movement that was able to influence other organizations. It did it so well, but once it was exposed, it was moved against. The intelligence community put all its power into destroying this group that influenced other groups, that influenced other people, that influenced other areas in the nation and even of the world. As I said previously, many people want to say that they're Vanguard and think it's about the show, think it's about being seen. When you think of a Vanguard, think of SNCC. Think of how when they went into areas, they raised an indigenous leader to go amongst the people, to make leaders out of the people, while the likes of Ella Baker and others aided, gave advice. These are examples of the Vanguard Party. There's a lot we could learn if we just look and ask questions, we will get the answer.